Hello, this is Lynn Brunetti and Louise Stoddart, and today we're going to be talking to you about green manures. So green manures, you may have heard of the phrase or you may not have done, but green manures have a lot of things going for them. The reason why we use green manures, it's a fantastic way to introduce nutrients and organic matter into the soil. Other reasons?
Brilliant way of covering bare earth as well, so that we don't get runoff and we don't get soil erosion. Fantastic for doing that.
Brilliant for keeping weeds down. When you've got an area of soil that is going to be subject to erosion, like Louise says, it's also the areas where weeds get to germinate and grow up. So if you've got a cover of green manure, you don't have the weed problem, so you can do that as well.
And when Lynn's saying about her nutrients, some of them are specially adapted to store nitrogen in their roots. So our peas and beans and some of our clovers as well, they store nitrogen as nodules in their roots, and so that's added nitrogen for to go into your soil for further crops. So brilliant for that.
Yeah, so we've got the Vicia, that's the little spring vetchling. We've got Trifolia repens, which you might recognise used in agriculture, but also you might recognise as a lawn weed, and a wonderful thing called the bitter lupin, and when that flowers, it's a beautiful, simple lupin flower, but they are members of the pea family, and as Louise says, they fix the nitrogen. The trick though with green manures is knowing when to actually use them. We have got to the point behind us here where our Synapsis alba, when was this sown, Louise?
This was sown on the 22nd of November last year, and we were actually really surprised that it germinated and grew as well as it did. And as you can see here, also fantastic for wildlife. We've got a little bee who's just come in here, searching around here for, there he goes, over there. And so fantastic, another benefit, fantastic for wildlife, and have the added advantage of looking nice as well.
Yeah. So when Louise says a little bit on the edge of sowing, says 22nd of November. I've just checked the seed packet. Ideal sowing times March to August, but obviously in a polytunnel, and we've had a mild winter, so the germination was fantastic. So rather than a polytunnel full of weeds, this year we had the Synapsis alba growing on both sides there. So with our green manure, we can either chop it back and leave it as a mulch, which also covers the ground, prevents soil erosion,
Definitely.
keeps the weeds down.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Or we can dig it in, which we'll show you how to do. Or if you're simply in a hurry, it's absolutely brilliant, gathered up and added to the compost heap. So you can use it in 3 different ways easily. So why are we quickly doing this, Louise? Why have we had to come in today to do these? Why are we having to do it?
If you can see here, we've got beautiful flowers, but we've also had lots of pollinators in here. And we've got seed setting, so we're just on the point of the seed setting, and we've just got the start of some very juvenile seed pods here. And if we leave this lovely mustard to seed, for the next 2 years probably we'll be digging out mustard seedlings, so we really need to chop it back now. It's actually better cut back before it starts to flower, because then you're keeping all the energy and all the nutrients in that plant. So yeah, like Lynn says, a couple of foot high, chop it back then. But we've left this due to circumstances we haven't been in at college, but I think you'll agree it looks fantastic. It smells amazing.
It does.
Take my word for
And
it.
to my left, although the mustard looks amazing, this is my favourite of all the green manures. Would you say, Louise?
Definitely,
Is it yours?
yeah,
This
the
is
most
Phacelia tanacetifolia. Right, there's a little close-up of this. It seems to do so well, germinate really well, but look at the flowers on that. Wherever I've sown it, I've had success. You often find it in some of the pictorial meadow mixes and wildflower mixes. The hoverflies love it, the bees love it, the butterflies love it. If you do chop it back, halfway down, it'll reflower and set off again. So if you're not quite ready for digging it in, you can actually do a sort of a dead head on it and it will set off again. But it is my favourite, and it's quite distressing when you decide you're going to chop it back when it's in full flower, because you need the flower beds.